The last night on Earth. It was the last night on Earth, and the world was ending. The sky was dark, and the air was thick with smoke and ash. The ground shook, and buildings crumbled. People ran through the streets, screaming and crying, trying to find safety, but there was no safety to be found. Emily sat alone in her apartment, waiting for the end to come. She had no family or friends left, and she had nowhere to go. She watched as the world outside her window crumbled, feeling helpless and afraid. As the night wore on, Emily heard a knock at her door. She hesitated before opening it, unsure of who could be outside. When she finally mustered the courage to open the door, she was greeted by a man she had never seen before. "Please, can I come in?" he asked, his voice shaking. Emily hesitated, but something about the man's desperation made her want to help. She stepped aside and let him in. The man introduced himself as John and explained that he had been wandering the streets, searching for someone to help him. He was injured and needed medical attention. Emily knew that she couldn't provide medical care, but she gave him some water and tried to make him comfortable. As the night wore on, the world outside grew more chaotic. The sounds of destruction and death echoed through the walls of Emily's apartment. But inside, Emily and John were safe, at least for the time being. As they talked, Emily realized that John was not like anyone she had ever met before. He was kind and intelligent, with a gentle demeanor that put her at ease. She found herself drawn to him, despite the chaos outside. As the night wore on, Emily and John grew closer. They shared stories and laughed together, finding comfort in each other's company. But as the sky outside began to lighten, Emily realized that something was wrong. The world was still there. The destruction and chaos had stopped. Emily looked outside and saw that the sky was clear. The sun was rising, and the birds were chirping. The world had not ended. Emily turned to John, confused and afraid. "What's happening? Why isn't the world ending?" John smiled at her, his eyes filled with warmth and kindness. "The world isn't ending, Emily. It's just beginning." And with that, John disappeared. Emily was left alone in her apartment, feeling more confused and lost than ever before. But as she looked outside and saw the new day dawning, she felt a glimmer of hope. The world may not have ended, but Emily's old life had. With John's help, she was ready to start a new one. And as she stepped outside, ready to face whatever came next, she knew that she would never forget the last night on Earth and the unexpected twist that changed everything.